All right, time to set up my DJ gear for a wedding. As you can see, they had the DJ table in the corner there, kind of at a kitty corner angle. I just put the table right against the wall, moved the podium closer to the sweetheart table, and thought this is the best place to set up my DJ controller because I can see the entrance where the grand entrance bridal party will be making their way, and I can see the dance floor on the other side of the room. I'm setting up the Evolve 50 speakers there right now. I wanted to get them close to the dance floor, even though I was not. But I wasn't too worried about it because it is a Greek wedding and there's going to be circle dancing and they are going to be taking up the whole floor. You can see this wire carousel that I had right there. It's a great way to wrap up the XLRs onto this spindle. And I have two different sizes. I've got one for 25-foot cables and one for 50-foot cables. I'm going to need the 50-foot cable. As you can see, that one is quite far away from me. So here's my second Evolve 50. They're going to be right by the dance floor. And this one that's on the other side of the sweetheart table is going to project to the back of the room. You'll be able to see that in a little bit. This is my main controller. It is the Prime 4 Plus. And I am going to get all the wires and everything there. So it is good to go. Man, lots of stuff to do when you're setting up a wedding. That's a Kensington lock right there. It's a cool thing that I can just lock my gear so no one's going to be able to pick it up and run away with it. Not that I'm worried about that, but it's a good option to have. Now I have a mixer and a keyboard that I'm setting up underneath my controller there. So I've got a shelf where I can put my recorder, setting up the microphone for the speeches right here. And since it was right beside me, I'm deciding to go with a wired mic this time. I don't need a wireless mic in this setup. And wired mics, you can never have an issue with them cutting out or anything. So I'm going to make sure the wire gets behind the podium and taped against the wall so it will be running smooth. And also be putting a mat down there so no one will be able to trip over the wire because there'll be a mat. Now look at how messy this looks right now. There's just wires dangling all over the place. It looks pretty bad, but I will be cleaning that up and you'll see how I can make it nice and sharp. I like the fact of using this keyboard stand. It's an ultimate keyboard stand. It can support two full-size heavy keyboards. So I use that for my controller. And it's just a little bit cleaner than being on a table. And it gives it the perfect height for me to control the dance floor from here. All right, turning on the speakers. Let's do a little bit of a sound check right now and get out everything else that I need right here. Since the sound was good, I'm going to tape the wires right against the door frame here, and I'll be putting mats down over top of that as well. So anyone that's going out there for a smoke or anything like that won't have to worry about tripping on wires. Hooking up a few more things. I think this is my audio recorder right there, so I can record the whole set, take some video, and hopefully find some clips to share with you as well. Now it's time to pack up the gear. This big case, I think, should fit right beside the table, but I want to make sure my cables are good here first and tucked neatly against the wall. Wire management is something you really need to take seriously. So as you can see, you can't even see the wires. I've taped them against the wall. The controller is going right against the table. And at the base of my stand, I put one box there and text requests. It just gives it kind of a buffer zone so people will see that, oh, this is where you're set up instead of just the legs of the table. I hope it avoids some tripping hazards there. I have a text message request sign so people can text request. And look at this. All those dangling ugly wires, they get tucked right against the body of the keyboard stand and it looks nice and sharp. Here I am taping the wires down there, making sure they are good. And then I'll run out to the car and get the mats that I didn't bring in to cover any parts where the wire is actually coming out, like to the podium here. So this is my setup. It's a lot of fun. And there was a live violinist performance. So we'll see that in just a second for the cocktail hour before I get started. That's it. What a great, beautiful wedding.